Good morning, Standard 9 students. Now, we have already come to know Portia's opinion about all the six suitors. The last one was the young German, the Duke of Saxophony's nephew. He being an alcoholic. Okay. Then Nerissa says, now, according to her description based on these six suitors, now she is trying to prove that her father's device is not appropriate, it's not the right way. How can I marry suitors like this if they choose the right casket? So, in the earlier part, also, Nerissa had already explained to Portia about there may have been some reason why her father has done this. Okay. Now, since Portia was worried about these suitors who are going to take part, so Nerissa says, you need not fear. There is no need for you to get scared. The having any of these lords, they have acquainted me with their determinations, which is indeed to return to their homes. Now there is no need for you to get worried because you don't have to get scared of these six suitors because they have just spoken to me and they have already informed me that they have made up their mind or they changed their decision and now they're wanting to return back home. They're not going to take part in this lottery system. So that's good news. They have already withdrawn themselves. Okay. And to trouble you with no more suit. They don't want to trouble you with any more request unless you may be won by some other sort. Means they wanted to marry Portia, but not through this lottery system. So she said they want to marry her, but maybe with some other means. Through some other means, they would like to marry her, but not the device in which her father has made. Okay. Then your father's imposition, depending on the caste, means they did not approve that marrying Portia in this manner. So they have withdrawn themselves. Before they could choose, now they came all the way from whichever country they belonged to, but now they are going back without making their choice. They have decided not to take part in this lottery system. Now Portia says, if I live to be as old as Sybil, okay, I will die as chaste as Diana unless I be obtained by the manner of my father's will. Now, first, she was not in favor of her father's will, means the device of the lottery system, because he has denied her the freedom of choosing her own husband. So she was disappointed. She was very sad that the most important decision of her life has been snatched away by her father. But now she agrees. Now she says, even if I have to live as long as Sybil, okay, an old lady who was given the gift of eternal life, but in the process she had forgotten to take the gift of eternal youth. So we are mortal beings. We are born and we shall die. So we are human beings, and then you have these supernatural beings. They are called immortals. They don't die. Okay. Now Sibyl is a prophetess. You can note it down. Okay. In Roman mythology, Apollo granted her as many years of life as there were sand grains she held in her hand. So she was given to live as long as, like the gift was, you hold a fistful of sand, and the number of grains, the amount of grains each grain has, you are going to live for so many years. Okay. She is used as the traditional old woman. So when they refer to any old women, Sibyl or Sibla is the example. Okay. Now she says, I don't mind living as old as Sibyl, but if I do get married, I will definitely marry as per my father's device, or the will of my dead father. So now there is something now which she has realized, that before these suitors could take part, they are withdrawing themselves. That means there is something in that will that is maybe making it difficult for the suitors to actually come and just take part in this. Then Diana, the goddess of virginity in Roman mythology, she was also the goddess of hunting and of the moon. Now, these two, like she says, I don't mind being a virgin or being unmarried as old as Sibyl. Okay. And I will be a virgin means I will not have any kind of sexual relationship with anyone till I am married. I will be as pure as Diana, the goddess of hunting and of the moon. So now these two people represent old age. Sibyl represents old age, an unmarried old lady, and Diana is represents virginity or caste, means she has not been touched by any male or men. Okay. So she says, I would marry, means I don't mind remaining like that. But if I do get married, I will marry as per the will of my father. I am glad these parcel of wooers are so reasonable. So I'm so happy that these suitors, before they could make their choice, they have made the decision to return back. For these is not one among them, but I dote on this very absence, and I pray God grant them a fair departure. Think it is good because not one, any one of them was actually suitable to be my husband. I didn't like any one of these six suitors. So anyway, it is good that they have made their own decision, and now I bid them that they should return back home safely. So now she has agreed now to follow, or she is now has accepted that if she does get married, she would marry according to the device her father has made for her. Narissa, do you remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar, and a soldier, that came hither in company of the Marquis of Montferrat? Okay. Then Nerissa is reminding her, says, when your father was alive, do you remember a Venetian would come to visit your father? He was a scholar and a soldier. He used to accompany Marquis of Montferrat. So Portia says, yes, 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 means I remember that man. It was Bassanio, as I think. So was he called. So she remembers this gentleman. Okay, Bassanio. Now remember when Bassanio was asking Antonio for money and he wanted to come to Belmont to take part in this lottery system. And he wanted to compete with all the rich suitors. And he felt that he would be successful because he says many a times now he was also recollecting or recalling that during her father's time when he used to go, Portia would give him some silent love signals. That means they were familiar with each other, they have liked each other from that time onwards. There is a true madam, be of all the men that ever my foolish eyes looked upon. So now, if I look at all the other men who should be your husband, was the best describing a fair lady. That means the most suitable husband for you is Bassanio. Says, I don't see any other men who is appropriate or suitable to be your husband other than Bassanio. Okay, Portia. I remember him, and I remember him worthy of thy praise. He says, I remember Bassanio, and I also remember the way you are praising him. He says, that is also I remember that. So here we come to know that Bassanio is already liked by Portia. She remembers him very well. And she also blushes. She smiles when she hears Nerissa praising Bassanio. Okay, I'll end it till here and then again I shall complete it in the next class. Thank you.